watching The View on KNTV 11.
Well, your latest test results show your potassium levels are down, your BUN and creatinine are near normal, and your hemoglobin is up.
Doctor, I started tuning out the details after my last remission.
The bottom line is, this is good news.
Good news. They'll be letting me go home.
That's not in your best interest. Now, why don't you tell me a little bit about where you were treated before?
That would not be in my best interest.
Surprise!
Oh, that was great.
I made the banner, and wait till you see the awesome cake Mom baked.
Which you frosted.
That sounds wonderful. Thanks.
Sweetie, why don't you take Frank's bag into the bedroom, okay?
Sure.
Okay. I thought you'd be a little more excited about coming home.
Oh, I am. It's just... I can't get a hold of Julie. She's dodging my calls.
Well, can you just put that aside? For a little while? Hey, Neil really poured his heart into making today special for you.
I know, and it's wonderful.
Then give yourself a break, Frank. You just got out of the hospital.
Yeah, I know. And I just found out that I might have another kid. Look, tell Neil that I had to go out. All right, I'll be back soon.
Oh, for me, you shouldn't have.
I didn't.
Oh, shoot, and fiancés get all the fun.
I'm afraid they do. Have you seen mine?
Approaching as we speak?
Oh, my, what
Hi.
perfect timing.
Oh, well,
Do you, have time for a break?
yes, I always have time for a break with you. What's in the box?
A surprise.
For me?
Mm-hmm.
Really? What is it?
Oh, now just settle down. We'll go to my office where we can have some privacy.
Oh, sounds naughty. I'd love
Just
to.
leave a little note for Dr. Locke. Would you see that Rachel gets that for me, please?
And what do I get if I do?
The satisfaction of a job well done.
Oh, big whoop.
Yeah. So, the note for Rachel, what's that for?
I'm requesting her files on Julie. I think I might be able to help out Scott and Lucy if I can show that Julie would be an unfit mother.
And do you think that she'll give them to you?
No, but it's fun to annoy her. So you want your surprise or not? Yeah.
Oh, look at all this cake.
Well, I know you had to cancel your appointment at the bakery, so I brought the bakery to you.
Oh, yummy. Now who's getting into the wedding spirit, huh?
I'd say it has its perks.
You are fantastic.
And you have cake to eat. I don't think I've ever seen a smile disappear so fast.
I was just thinking about my patient, Claire. Maybe if she had someone to love her like you love me, she wouldn't be so eager to die.
This woman's really gotten to you.
Yeah.
Is there any chance she might recover?
Well, if we can get her into remission and keep her there for a little while, maybe. But how am I supposed to help her when she won't even discuss her previous treatment with me?
Maybe she's holding out as a means to control her life. I'm surprised she didn't have a DNR.
Well, she claims she did have a DNR, but she was brought in as a Jane Doe. She didn't have her purse or wallet anywhere near her. I think that she's hiding something. And that leads me to believe that she's not quite sure what she's getting herself into with all this.
You want me to talk to her,
Oh,
see if she's competent?
Would you please?
What room is she in?
She's in 510. And here's her chart right here. And I love you.
I love you, too. save me some cake?
Well,
A little piece of cake, crumb, morsel.
all right.
Piece big enough to have frosting on
Get
it.
out of here.
Thank you.
Well, picking out the wedding cake, one of the best parts of the wedding.
Oh, hi, Rachel. You know, if you wanted some,
Kevin
there's really
wanted
not
to
enough
see
to...
me.
You just missed him. He stepped out.
Well, I'm sure it had something to do with Julie. It usually does.
You know, if you thought that Kevin was tough on Julie before, just wait until his godfather instincts with Christina kick in.
You're a pretty secure woman, aren't you, Eve? A staunch supporter of Lucy's, the exact same woman that came within seconds of marrying Kevin.
Ancient history.
Really? Really? Is that why she cried buckets when Kevin got stabbed? Was in such a hurry to name him Christina's godfather? You know, that kind of devotion you just don't see too often. And he certainly doesn't seem to be too upset about being a very big part of her life.
Oh, Rachel, you are so transparent. Trying to make me feel insecure about Kevin's past. Yeah, I get it. What was it that you said the other night when you were one drink away from wearing a lampshade on your head? What was that? oh, yeah, I remember. You said that you knew Kevin so well and that Kevin had secrets just like everybody else and stuff. Well, Rachel, you don't have a clue.
For someone who's been around the block as many times as you have, you are surprisingly naive. Enjoy your cake.
May I come in?
Let's see. No white coat. No smock, no scrubs. You must be a psychiatrist.
Boy, am I busted. I'm Dr. Collins. Kevin. I'm on staff here.
Bringing in the big guns. Now, look, Doctor, I really don't feel the need to share. Besides, didn't anyone tell you I'm not insured?
Ah, this one's on the house. Dr. Lambert asked me to come in.
Well, now you have.
She filled me in on your case,
And what did she tell you?
that you want to die.
Exactly. So, now that we understand each other, what's left to discuss?
Could I ask you a few questions?
Today is May 4, 2000. Price of gas is going up. Bill Clinton is still our president. Vice President Gore is waiting in the wings. And most important, I am well aware that my cancer has metastasized to my brain, and I am not going to be around to see the next inauguration.
I'm sorry.
Now, the problem with you doctors is that you think you're God. Well, my God tells me that I'm out of here. Now, if I get it, why can't Dr. Lambert?
She's used to saving lives.
Well, I suggest you go talk with her, because I don't have a problem with my dying.
I'm coming.
She looks like you.
What are you doing here?
You should have answered my calls. Were you ever going to tell me about our baby?
I told you I was pregnant. I asked you to help me.
And I was willing to until you decided to convince me and everyone else that you were pregnant with a bouncing baby pillow.
Frank, you don't understand.
You're damn right, I don't. You cut me out. I never abandoned you.
You didn't care about me. You were after my money.
Oh, and Ramsey wasn't? You turned to him instead of me? You even named the baby after him, didn't you?
Chris was there for me. And you have no idea what he risked to deliver my
Oh,
baby.
You're damn right, I don't. But you are going to start talking, because if you think for 1 second I am going to ignore the fact that I have a daughter, you better think again.
Dr. Foster to the pharmacy. Dr. Frank Foster to the pharmacy.
Hey, you better hurry up. Your fiancé's going to eat all the cake. I just came from your office. You said you needed to speak to me.
Right. Yes, your files on Julie. I'd like to have a look at them.
Well, they're not going to do you any good. And you're not going to find anything in there to help you prove any kind of a case you might be piling up against Julie.
Well, I can be the judge of that.
Kevin, come on. What is it with you? It's like you've always got some sort of a hunt going on where Julie is concerned. You're going to be saving the world from what? From God knows what. Because Julie is not dangerous.
So you keep saying, but based on her actions, I have to disagree. Now, I made a vow to look after my goddaughter. I intend to follow through.
By going after her mother?
No, just by showing that she's unsuitable to raise Christina.
Look, you really want to help your friends. Why don't you start helping them come to terms that they're going to have to give Christina up?
We'll see.
Claire Wright. That's an interesting case. It's tragic when such a young woman has her life cut short.
Yes, it is.
What do you think is worse? Knowing you're going to die, or dying when you least expect it?
Well, I'd have to think about that.
Well, get back to me with it, because I'd be very interested to know what your answer is.
I think I'm having an out-of-body experience.
More like a death by chocolate experience.
Yeah.
Too sweet.
What? Oh, you wimp. I wonder what the COS would say if he knew his esteemed chief resident was called away on urgent business just to find out whether chocolate mocha buttercream tasted better than lemon raspberry filling.
So how did I get picked for this important and fattening assignment?
Hey, I'm not packing on the pounds all by my lonesome. You know, it is kind of funny, though. I always thought that when I got married, if I got married, that Chris would be right by my side helping me make all the decisions. Now we barely say 2 words to each other.
Well, you're lucky, because he's slime. He and his wife. She fooled me, that's for sure. Pretending she was my friend, and for what? So she could stab my family in the back and take Christina.
Okay, hold on. It's okay. What goes around comes around.
You don't know what it's like to wake up and realize all your friends are gone?
Excuse me. What am I, chopped liver?
Here we are eating cake, and I'm laying a guilt trip on you.
Oh, well, you know, cake, guilt, they go hand in hand anyway, so. But I have been thinking about something, and I think it might make both of our situations a little better.
What?
I have a bridesmaid's position open, and I was wondering if you would fill it for me.
Is this a mercy job?
I think we could both use a friend right now.
I would be honored.
Yay! Oh, good. Oh.
No matter how many times I go over it in my head, I still can't understand why you would keep Christina a secret.
If they knew at Ferncliff I was pregnant, they would have taken my baby away from me. I mean, she would have disappeared into the foster system. God only knows where she would have ended up.
You could have given her to me.
How was I supposed to know you would want that?
I would never turn my back on a kid.
Frank, you were screwed up on DL56.
So you handpicked Scott and Lucy for the job?
No, I didn't plan it that way.
Well, then how did you plan it?
Chris had arranged for somebody to care for Christina until I was released from Ferncliff.
What happened?
She bailed. Guess being a nanny was her life's ambition.
What, so it was dumb luck that Christina ended up with Scott and Lucy?
Well, it could have been a lot worse. At least I knew she was in good hands.
They have been more than just good babysitters, Julie. They love her. They've had her christened. Christina is almost a year old, and they've been with her since the start. Did you ever think how playing musical parents would affect her?
I never wanted to hurt anyone, especially Christina. And thank God she's still so young. Not like Neil, who's been bounced around from father to father. I know you have your hands full trying to win him over. And adding Christina to the mix isn't going to make his life any easier.
Neil would have an even bigger problem with me if I pretended his sister didn't exist.
Which is why when he was so sick, I arranged to have Christina tested. I knew it was a gamble. People could make the connection, but if it saved Neil's life, it was worth it. Frank, I gave your son his life back. I'm not asking for a thank you. I just want you to stay out of the way while I fight for my daughter.
Tragedy in Landview. Nobody you to survive.
Oh, not Nora.
What will they believe? Nora's dead. She's alive. Who will they blame?
This is all Nora's fault.
You and the stupid feud of yours killed her. Emmy-nominated One Life to Live, ABC Daytime.
How about some sugar water to blush your mood?
Allergies. They've been driving me nuts all day. Thank you.
I didn't know you had allergies.
No, I never did. It just kind of snuck up on me.
Hey.
Hey.
You save me any?
A few crumbs, but I'd go with the strawberry filling. You know I have to go, but fill me in on when my next bridesmaid assignment is.
Okay. Thanks, Karen.
Yep.
Must have been something I said.
No, she's just got a lot of stuff going on. So, how was Claire?
That's one smart lady. And she knows exactly what she's doing.
I don't understand wanting to die. Even when you have a chance, even the slimmest chance, some sort of a
I know.
chance.
It's hard to understand why someone wouldn't put themselves through chemotherapy and have their hair fall out and their body waste away and turn in on itself. But she's made peace with herself. She knows how she wants to go.
Well, thanks for seeing her.
You bet. Okay. Which cake won?
Oh, cake. That's right. Well, it was a toss-up between... we have the traditional white on white, which is very nice and yummy. Try that. Okay.
Please tell me you didn't do that with Karen.
And then we have the also equally as yummy, but, you know, chocolate mocha buttercream, which, a little more dangerous. What do you think of this one? Let me get that for you.
I always did like risk.
Wait, wait.
Just a minute.
Here.
Thank you. Right
Is it good?
Okay, yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
Come in.
Dr. Collins?
That's me.
The bakery left out a sample from your box.
Oh, thank you so much for bringing this all the way over here.
No problem.
Okay. There you go.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Yummy! More cake!
Yeah, I know a sugar high when I see one.
Oh, okay. Let's see what kind this is. This looks like, well, it looks like probably coconut. Let me try. That's definitely coconut. I can't figure out the frosting, though.
Hand it on over.
All right. There might be something on the box that says what kind it is.
Swiss chocolate.
Yeah, Swiss chocolate. Coconut cake with Swiss chocolate frosting. You're good at this.
Lucky guess.
Oh, did you get that delivery to Dr. Collins?
Yeah, taken care of.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's sort of weird about Christina. I mean, she might be my sister, or half-sister, or whatever. I'm so used to her being Serena's sister.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty confusing, all right. Hey, but I want you to remember something. Even if Frank does have another daughter, or may have another daughter, it doesn't mean he's going to love you any less.
This place isn't that big. I guess I could share my room with her.
We don't know what's going to happen, if anything. And it's very possible that Christina will stay exactly where she is.
But when I found out Frank was my dad, we moved right in.
Yeah, that's true, but this is a very different situation. So, why don't we just take it one day at a time, okay?
Okay.
Now, this is all gonna get straightened out, I promise. Right? Okay. All right.
Nice move, Julie. Using Neil's bone marrow transplant as leverage.
I am simply stating the facts.
You and Chris both knew we were looking for a donor long before anyone suggested having Christina tested. And as for the, you already have a kid, let me keep mine argument, forget it. A child deserves a stable home.
Isn't that what Neil had with Joe before you yanked him away?
You use that on me, and I will turn it right back on you, sweetheart. Because the way I see it, Christina already has a stable home with Scott and Lucy?
All those months I spent locked up in Ferncliff, the only thing that kept me going was knowing that I had a baby to live for. And that one day I would be with her again. Don't you dare try and take that away from me.
This is all about you, isn't it, Julie? About you and to hell with everyone else.
All I want is to be a mother to my daughter.
The same way you gave me a chance to be a father? That chance.
Stay tuned for scenes from the next Port Charles.
On the next Port Charles, you and Julie, you're both going to get exactly what you deserve from me, which is absolutely nothing.
I want to get married here. Please say yes, please.
This is very urgent. I need to talk to you about your wife.
Kim Schreiner is this week's Hot Shot, only at abc.com, part of the Go Network.